Nikki Surreal here. I know I haven't made a video in forever. I've kind of been going through some things. Kidney issue. I only have one kidney left since like 2009. And this one's acting a little kooky, but I'm healthy again. Don't worry. I'm good. Not that anybody would lose sleep over it, but I'm fine. Just been a slow recovery process, a little bit of damage that I'm trying to heal from. Um, Yay. But anyway, today I want to talk about something, and it's only got to do with parents, whether you're active or non-active. Parenthood. Um, you had a child out here. Um, the internet likes to feed a lot of things through memes, and I do too. I love memes. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like we take a little too seriously, and we're not really understanding that there's so many different variables out here, you guys. Okay, just because your life went a certain way doesn't mean that's everyone's life path. Just because you had two parents doesn't mean everybody had two parents. Just because you got your head knocked through the wall like a grown adult doesn't mean somebody else did. Life is different for everyone for a reason, and I won't go into that because a lot of you have different beliefs there too. But here's the thing: parenthood has very basic responsibilities attached to it. In order for you to be considered any type of an active parent, that means, and I'm sorry, millennial parents, phone calls, video calls, that's not equating to spending time with your kids. It's really not, okay? Especially when they're under the age of, say, 6. Your kids develop who they're going to be as human beings mostly between the ages of 0 and 6. Their language, their thinking, their behaviors, their personalities get developed at this time. It's extremely important that they get face-to-face interactions with both of their parents if possible. I mean, I get it. Not every kid's born into two-parent homes. And I'm speaking of the parents of children of two-parent homes, okay? If somebody had surrogacy, if somebody adopted, if somebody just had a baby for somebody and they, signed over their rights. We're not talking about them. I'm talking about people that have children together and then split apart and still have these children. Okay? Because I know we have to be very specific out here now because Lord knows we got a lot of analysts out here now. So anyway, when you're a parent and you have children and they're young, they need you. They need face-to-face contact with you. They need positive reinforcements from you. It's an opportunity for you to break your own generational curses and upgrade the type of parenting that you had. Not saying we all had crappy parenting, but let's face it, we are slowly fixing things that the generations had a little incorrect before, and that's exactly how we're supposed to be. It's not dissing your parents or your grandparents or anything. Everyone's doing the best they can. Having kids doesn't come with an instruction manual. Lord knows we didn't all have TikTok. However, basic responsibility is if you're going to bother someone about a child, if you're going to bother a child with seeing you at all, make it reliable. Make it consistent. Now, I understand a lot of parents also work overseas. Again, I'm not talking about you because you're busting your tail and you're doing what you got to do. I also know that there are parents that are over-the-road truckers. I'm not talking about you either because obviously you're out working. I'm discussing the parents who have ample amount of opportunity and time to go club hopping, to go out on dates, to go start new careers somewhere, and have all this free time to lounge around and yet don't see their kids. If all you can do is call them and video call them and then spend maybe 2 hours a month in their presence and they're small children, you're not helping your kids. You're not being a good parent to your kids. You're not being an active parent. You're basically an aunt or an uncle if that's how you're behaving. And that's upsetting. Even more so, we're going to talk about child support, okay? I do not believe in child support through the courts. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it for active parents. If you're not active, you're not reliable, you're not consistent, yeah, I feel like that mother has every right, or that father, because yes, there are deadbeat mothers too. I believe the custodial parent, yeah, you've got every right to file for that support if after everything you've tried has been exhausted to get that other co-parent to do what's needing to be done. Spending the adequate time, helping out wherever needs help. Because I'm sorry, guys, rent's not cheap, utilities are not cheap, food's definitely not been cheap. Um, School supplies, extracurricular activity fees, tutors if needed, and sometimes it's needed. There's a lot that goes into rearing children. They grow like weeds. You're buying clothes constantly. Shoes, socks, underwear, bras. Then they hit puberty. Look out. And that comes faster than you know it. And yet, here we are, only asking for peanuts in comparison to what we have to spend every single month to make sure that they have just the basic necessities met. There's no trips, there's no vacations, there's no running around town shopping. It's literally just the basic necessities that we ask of you. And we don't get that consistently. And then we ask you for years, please give us 2 days a week, at least 2-hour visitations each of those days per week as visits. At least, as a minimum. You can do as much as you like, but those are the minimum. And the children never get it. That's not being a parent in any regard. And that's infuriating because the only person that affects is the children. You aren't hurting the other parent by not being productive and active in your child's life. Especially when that other parent can't stand to be away from them for more than 35 seconds already anyway. I don't mind being with my children. I'll be with my children morning, noon, and night for the rest of my life, and you won't hear me complain one bit because they're my children. I love being around them, every one of them. Even the bonus child I have no issue with my household. I have no need to be ripping and running out here and just making and causing scenes. I've lived my life. I'm in my mid-40s, sweetheart. I don't care about what they doing in the clubs. I don't care who's coming in concerts. I don't care. I care about making memories with my family. I care about growing in for myself, learning more about what I want to learn about. So it's just frustrating. I'm just gonna say it. We gotta start thinking a little bit bigger, you guys. If you don't want to be parents and you have kids out here, I'm not judging you. I'm really not. I want you to know that there are things that you can do to no longer be a parent. Make sure you do those things or communicate those things. Be okay with being on child support for kids you never see. But stop toying with the children. Stop talking to these children like it's so much of a difficulty or a bother for you to spend that itty bitty amount of time that you're spending with them. It's demonic. The other parent has them all that other time. The times that you don't have them, they have them. Especially if you're a parent like me. You don't work outside of your home. You don't leave your children with daycares, nannies. You don't do any of that. You homeschool your kids too. That's right. That's me. So when I only have you with my kids, once a month, maybe, if that. How about let's not say, come on, let's hurry up and get this over with. That little hour to 2 hours you're going to spend with them can't be that difficult. They're the sweetest, most well-behaved children you'll ever meet. Spend some time with them. You might figure that out.